acceleration. So acceleration is, let's start with average acceleration. A average will just be the change in the velocity vector divided by the elapsed time. If you instead want instantaneous acceleration, the instantaneous acceleration is the derivative of the velocity vector with respect to the time. Okay, so again, if we're looking at something where you have a velocity vector and it changes either its direction or its magnitude, you will have an acceleration. The velocity vector doesn't need to change magnitude. That is a very interesting note. You can have a constant speed, but as long as your direction is changing, you will still have an acceleration. As an example, if you are driving at a constant speed of 65 miles per hour on the highway, but you make a slow sweeping turn, then you will experience acceleration due to the direction change. Another example would be astronauts in orbit. Their speed isn't particularly changing. It's not changing at all if they're in a circular orbit, but their direction of motion is very much changing. They have to go around the planet, so their velocity vector has to keep changing its direction at every unit of time. As a consequence, they do experience what we would call a centripetal acceleration. We'll talk about that more in Chapter 4. And then in Chapter 6, we'll talk about centripetal acceleration, centripetal force, which causes that centripetal acceleration. All right, for now, I think these two equations and being aware that you can have a constant speed but still experience an acceleration if there's a change in direction, I think we've got that pretty well nailed down. For this chapter, we don't have to worry about changes in direction particularly because the only change in direction that can happen is from forward to backward. Still something we need to worry about a bit, but mostly it's just easier to deal with in one dimension. All right, that's it for acceleration. I'll see you in the next video.